guys, how you doing? Minasan konnichiwa, my name is Lisa and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reacting to Beastars Season 2 Episode 7. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how the story is gonna continue. Like, I find the development of Legoshi very interesting. Like, we can see that his training with Gohin really has an influence on him, not just mentally but also physically, as we saw at the end of the previous episode. Like, he doesn't have the strength he used to have. So I'm also curious to see whether that will have an impact on his investigation as well, because that's still ongoing. We still don't know who the culprit is, but I have a feeling that we'll get closer to the answer soon. On the other hand, I also really find the development of Louis very interesting, like how he's slowly getting used or not used to the underground world, basically. So I'm also very curious to see how that's gonna go. So we'll see what they're gonna show us in this episode. I'm definitely very excited. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into the episode. So let's go. Alright, I'm ready, so I'm gonna start the episode in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I was actually just thinking, like, we've been introduced to a couple of new characters in this season, right? Such as Pina. Was that his name? I think it's Pina. And the snake, Hex Eye. Like, they don't really play a big role in this season so far, so it's quite interesting that they got introduced, but do not appear so much yet. Like, I find Pina, for example, a very interesting character. So, but he hasn't really had a focus yet. So I wonder if that will still come in this season. I don't know. Because the main characters are still obviously Legoshi, Louis, Haru. A little bit less though, but still. Is it just his jaw? Oh, so he's now drinking from someone else's bottle? Okay. Oh yeah, everyone's busy with their jaw war, so... I have an idea of who it might be. Yeah, I have an idea. Okay, I will say I don't think it's Bill. Like, Bill would be too obvious. You know, but like, Legoshi already had a beef with Bill. Um, like, they've already been through that. Bill using doping and that kind of stuff. So I don't think it's him. Like, that would be too obvious. So there's this other guy that I find quite suspicious. Oh, that's just an act, right? Oh, is it? What? Is this real? Is this real? Like, I thought it was an act, I mean. What? Oh shit! This was a lot more serious than I thought. You know, this is still like a theater club, so I thought they were just acting, but. Oh shit. Oh, damn. Oh, it's nice that he trusts Legoshi though. Oh, that's actually really cute. I'm sorry, but. Oh. That was a crazy accident though. I mean, yeah, that guy didn't do it on purpose, but still! Just ripping someone else's arm off by accident? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. No, it's not him. Like, he's too small. Like, it was a really big guy. Whoa! What? I knew it was him. Like, I thought it would be him, but like, I didn't like expect that Legoshi would just ask that straight out. You know? Oh damn! Pina! He's just walking through casually. Mission accomplished. leave me alone. Wow. So this is how Pina gets involved. You know, this is what I was saying during the OP. Like, I was wondering how they would like get a focus in this season, you know? They wouldn't just introduce a new character for no reason. So yeah, this is really interesting. Ooh. Pina is so intimidating, which is really interesting. I like he's just in hair before. You would say that they are weaker, but look like the hell. Whoa, so sudden. Probably because of the incident with that anteater. I forgot his name. Ooh, she knew. Oh yeah. Everyone's already there. Oh! Oh, that was cute. Oh, that was a really nice moment of Bill and Els. Oh, really? All that honey. They have no idea. You know, that's how he usually is like. He looks so sweet. For him 8 months ago. Oh, are they gonna show us how things led up to that incident? Hmm. So this was the carnivore he talked about in his diaries. Oh, so he stopped taking them? So he stopped taking them. With the red moon. Damn. Oh shit. Right, so yeah, this is from the very first episode, right? So Tem was already injured. Oh damn. Damn. The oh the transition though. Damn. Wow, wow. That actually got me, you know? Oof. I started tearing up. It's probably because of the piano, because that was beautiful, but damn. That whole Riz and Tem story. It was really deep. And I would be lying if I said that I completely understood that entire conversation, you know? It was really complicated. Wow, yeah. We finally know who the culprit is. I didn't expect that. And it really came like out of nowhere, you know, when Legoshi asked this, like, yeah, you the one who ate them, right? Wow. I think the handkerchief gave it away, you know? Riz gave Leoshi the handkerchief to wipe the blood off. And I think maybe the smell or something gave it away, I think. But right, so that was episode 7 of the second season of Beastars, and yeah, this episode was really intense. We finally know who ate them, you know, the mystery is solved. And yeah, like I'm still confused to be honest. Not because of not knowing who the culprit is, etc. Like that's all solved and clear, but more like the story that led towards it. You know, the whole friendship between them and this and how that developed and how that eventually led to that situation in which this ate them. You know what I mean? Like it was very complicated, and like I just said, like I would be lying if I said if I could understood it completely in one watch. Like I have to watch it all again to understand it better, I think. But let's just try to break it down because there was a lot in this episode. So we start off with that incident at the drama club, right, in which one of the carnivores accidentally ripped off an arm of that anteater. That already was quite shocking, you know, like, wow, so these kind of accidents happen. You know, like, imagine someone ripping your arm off by accident. It's insane, right, to imagine. You would understand if someone, like, scratched you by accident and not, like, ripped your arm off by accident. That's, like, on a whole different level, you know? But then it was sweet that anteater, like, he was definitely, like, shocked, right? He was panicking, which makes sense. But within that chaos, like, he still trusted Legoshi to bring him to the infirmary, which I thought was actually really sweet. So I don't know if it's like really related to Legoshi's training, but you could say that Legoshi's training might also have an impact on how others view him, so see him as less threatening maybe. Or it could be that they already trusted Legoshi because of his personality. That's also a possibility, right? That this is not necessarily related to his training. But then he carried the anteater to the infirmary, and Riz accompanied him to carry the arm. But that already gave me signs like, okay, it's suspicious how he suddenly gets like so much focus, you know? Like he never really stood out, especially in season 1, like he never got a focus, you know? He just appeared at times. Like suddenly in the last couple of episodes, he suddenly got like more screen time, more lines, so he starts to appear in your radar, you know? And, especially because he's like so huge. And like in the previous episode, they already showed how strong he is, like even stronger than Bill, for example. You know, that already gives a lot of like signs of the possibility that he could be the culprit, you know. And this episode confirmed that, like Legoshi. I don't know when he discovered that. Maybe the handkerchief like was the final proof. But now when I think about it, like he also went through all these lockers, right? And I think it was Riz's locker with that crushed. I don't know what it even was, you know, like. I don't even want to say what I thought it was at first. Oh my gosh, you know, when I first saw it, I was like, is that a... No, I'm not even gonna say. But I think that was Riz's locker, and seeing how that thing inside his locker was all crushed, it shows that he's really strong, that he has a lot of physical strength, so that also might have given Legoshi the hint that this was the culprit. But honestly, like, I think the final proof was the handkerchief, you know? But then, like, what surprised me the most was when Legoshi asked Riz, like, you know, out of nowhere, like, yeah, you're the one who ate them, right? And he was, like, super serious about it. Like, he asked it out of nowhere, but he just said it with a straight face. It kind of in a way like, don't try to get out of this, just answer honestly, like I'm demanding an honest answer. So I really, really like that, you know? And I think that attitude also made this answer honestly, like, okay, so you found out, but then like what's gonna happen next? You know, now you know that I'm the culprit, what are you gonna do? What am I supposed to do? And Riz is like, yeah, I would have to kill you now that you know that it's me. And then he was like showcasing his strength, right, by like scratching the ceiling. And at that moment I thought it was really interesting how Legoshi couldn't move. You know, they're both carnivores. Legoshi even underwent all that training, but like in front of that huge 2-meter large bear, or even like larger than 2 meters, even at that moment he was scared, you know, he couldn't do anything. So you could still see like the differences, even though they're both carnivores, they're both large. I mean, Legoshi is also large compared to all the other students, but compared to Riz, it looked like he was still small. But then at that moment, like, Peanut just walked casually through them. That moment was amazing. I love Peanut. And also during that conversation between the 3 of them in the cafeteria afterwards, you could really see, like, Peanut, okay, he's definitely a character we need to keep our eyes on, you know? It was interesting, like, when I said at the beginning of the episode that I was wondering, like, what kind of role they would be playing in this season. You know, the new characters that got introduced, such as Peanut or Hex Eye. You know, they haven't really had a focus or shine in this season so far. But in this episode, oh, Peanut, and how he, like, handled the situation in the most logical way. You know, he's like, yeah, you can murder me, you can murder Legoshi as well, but you know, when that happens, all the cops will be like investigating this whole place, and you will be one of the suspects. I would not recommend that. Oh my god, that was so good. Like, Peanut Even though he's a herbivore, even though he's probably like super weak physically, he's so intimidating just because he has the brains. Like, he has the brains. Like, he knows how to play people, probably. He's that kind of character. So I find him really interesting so far. Like, every appearance he's had so far, I was like, okay. Like, the more I see him, the more interesting he gets. So I wonder how that's gonna continue, you know, because like he's now in a dangerous position, right? Because he knows the secret, so he chose by himself to get involved. So yeah, like I'm very curious to see how that's gonna go. But then we got that entire backstory of Riz and his connection with them, and that was very interesting. So the whole fact that he got to take medicine every night to suppress his strength, it's kind of sad in a way, but I understand why they have to do it, you know, otherwise it would be too big of a difference with other students, and then the chance of those kind of accidents, as we saw in this episode with the anteater, will happen more often and could be even more serious, you know. So I kind of get it why there's a law that requires those large animals to take suppressants. But it's not great for those kind of animals, right? It's not like they can do anything about the size of their own bodies. You know, it's just how they're born with. It's part of their DNA. But because of that, they have to take medicine, and it gives them like headaches and nightmares and all these kind of side effects. You know, it's not great. Like, you wouldn't want to go through that. But then he got closer to Tem, and he even told Tem about the medicine and why he had to take it. And Tem was very understanding and very open about his own thoughts. He just said out loud what he was thinking with no ill intentions. But Tem's presence really suited Riz to the point that he didn't really need the honey, which again made him think in kind of twisted way that he didn't need the medicine either. Which is not the right way of thinking. Like, if the side effects are less, doesn't mean that you're not supposed to take the medicine anymore. So that was like the wrong direction of his thought process, I would say. So when he also told Tem at the night of the incident that he didn't take the medicine, Tem was like, why? He was shocked, you know? And that also made him scared as well. So they had that little chase. And then, like, in the end, Tem still, like, accepted Riz for who he is, even without taking the medicine and stuff. But I wonder to what extent it was part of Riz's imagination, right? There was this really smooth transition from them hugging each other and seeming as if they like embraced each other, accepted who the other is, to the moment in which Tem was just dead and he was being eaten by Riz, you know? It was this really smooth but sudden transition, and I wonder, like, okay, to what extent was it all like inside Riz's mind, and to what extent was it what actually happened? It might be that it was all like what actually happened, but they just cut out the moment in between, you know? And I also wonder what Tem was thinking during that moment, you know? Did he really accept getting eaten at that moment, you know? I wonder, like, was it still a surprise to him? Did he expect that? Did he not expect that? I don't know. I seriously don't know. So that's why, like, everything got cleared up in this episode. We know who the culprit is, how and why he did it. It still left, like, many questions about what they were thinking at the moment. So I also wonder how you guys interpreted that conversation between Riz and Tem at the end. What you guys think, well, like, what was going on inside their minds. I feel like at that moment, like, the makers of this show, they really left a lot of room for us to interpret in a way that we personally like. So I don't think there's like a clear answer, but that's also why I'm very curious to see how you guys think about that situation. But yeah, now the question is, how is everything gonna continue? Like, we know who did it, but what's the next step, you know? Like, Legoshi said he's not gonna let Riz get away with this, but there's this gap in physical strength that we need to bridge first. So I wonder how Legoshi's planning to do that, and if Riz is gonna stay low, you know? And also what Peanut's gonna do. Like, he's also this third character that got involved in this whole situation. So yeah, that was a very, very interesting episode. I really enjoyed it. Like, there was so much going on it gave so many answers, but at the same time so many questions. And now, yeah, like the biggest question is what is next. So yeah, that was my reaction to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. So if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you can see my other reaction videos, you need to check out my channel and subscribe. So in any case, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.